When I saw the piles of shit, he said, that's exactly what I fucking needed. And he storms out of there. He leaves me with the teacher in the room and the two other white folks. It was a white lady. She had on like nurse's outfit, but it was all gray, like a church nun, but it was all gray. Catholic nun type energy. And he just storms out with the tape recorder. He rips the thing off the wall, rolls it up, like, and he takes off hauling ass. They leave me in there for the remainder of the day. I had to get on the 300 school bus, the 3029 school bus. And I remember walking there in a daze. And he was like, the lady said, make sure he sits his ass down and don't let nobody touch him. Don't let him move. And you personally put him off at this bus stop. Make sure he goes in the house. So the lady ain't never put me off in the bus stop in front of my door, but she did that day. So now I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Now keep in mind, it's 1991 to 1992 or 1990. I remember going in the house and it was close to my birthday. I was born in August. So it was close to my birthday, like August the 12th. And I go in the house and my mom like, what the fuck wrong with you? She cursing me out. She's slapping me in the head. Keep in mind, I'm already loopy. And I say, Mama, I say, I don't feel right. I say, those people got me. I say, they can't story. And she like just started slapping me. Then she went and got a belt and she started beating me with the belt. And I say, okay, Mom, I made it up. I say, I'm sorry. I won't lie no more. But I wanted her to stop hitting me, right? So I tried to tell my mama in kid word that somebody came to the classroom and kidnapped me. And she was like, if they kidnap you, then why the fuck you home now? You ain't been kidnapped, nigga. And pop, whoop me up. So I go in the room. She say, your birthday coming up. I ain't getting you shit. So I was like, damn. So I'm sitting in the room sad. No, I was at Carver Middle School. Because here we go. I remember this. I was at Carver Middle School. So now my tooth started hurting. My back tooth started hurting back here really bad. And I goes to the guidance counselor office the very next day. And this girl, this lady, I don't know who she is. She give me a white pill. And I remember her being in the room. She say, here, take this pill. So she gives me a white pill. And when I take the white pill, my body kind of go loopy. And they said, what did you give him? They said, what did you give him? Because I couldn't move in the classroom. I couldn't walk. I'm like just paralyzed. And then she said, oh, I gave him a pampering. So pampering is for women when they on their menstrual cycle or they cramping. I never heard of the word pampering. I remember it from her. She say, oh, I gave him a pampering because he said he had a toothache. And I remember the office lady who was a black lady, mean old bitch. The black lady, she said, you don't give men pampering, it throw off their body equilibrium. She said something along those lines. And the girl was like, well, and the white teacher was like, whatever. And she walks out, storms out. When she walks out and storm out, people listen to me good. When she walks out and storm out, she drops a red book with gold writing down the back. No, it had no other context. It was a thick red book, looked like an old ass little Bible. And it smelled all like gluey. If y'all know what I'm talking about. She drops it. So I'm sitting in the guidance counselor office all messed up. But I seen when she dropped it. It fell close to me. So I pick up the book. And I had to muster all my strength just to bend down to pick up the book, y'all. And I'm holding the book. And I said, let me open. So I'm opening the book. And I'm reading the book. It's detailed instructions on how to like take somebody out. Detailed instructions on how to kill somebody or who have been killed. So as I got the book in my hand and I'm still catatonic almost, can't move, she circles back in the room and she yanks the book out my hand. I remember when she yanked the book out my hand, I got a paper cut. I'm like, oh, and I started doing like this and she looks at me and she points. And the point she gave me, the point and the stare she gave me was so scary to me as a kid in the 6th grade at Carver Middle School. It's like for a fact that if that lady shot me somewhere, she would snap my neck. And I just like, shut up. I ain't say nothing else about the book, right? So after about 6 hours, because this happened in the morning, after about 6 hours of me laying in the guidance counselor office and they was kind of scared to call my mom, they were waiting on all the white pill, whatever that fucking spy lady gave me to get out my system. And so once I started moving again and I was able to go moving about again, they were like, okay, it's time for you to go. Again, we're gonna put you on the bus. Nothing happened. Your tooth ain't hurt no more. I say, no. I say it was just hurting on the inside. I say it wasn't the tooth. I was able to explain. I say it was down in the bone and the gum. And she was like, okay, then that you just probably had some stuck in your tooth. She played it off in my head. So I say, yeah, you right. I'm sorry for bothering y'all, because I'm always an apologetic little fucking kid, right? So I go home, and my mom, and this is the after the day when I told her they kidnapped me. So when I go home, inside my house is another two people that came to the Ivy Lane projects, right? They came to the Ivy Lane projects, 4413 Edgemore Street. I tell you my childhood address. They came to the Pope Bean over there in Orlando where I grew up at. So they came over there. It were two people in the house. I thought they were Southern Baptist preachers because they had on the white shirts with the sleeves cut off and the black tie and the black pants. No jacket. A white man that was really sweaty, and he kept adjusting his neck like this, like to breathe. And then there was a kind of like a Hispanic man, but he wasn't Puerto Rican Hispanic. He was Spain Spanish because his hair was too nice. So he come up there and he says, so I heard your boy say somebody kidnapped him. They tried to mask like detective. My mama say that boy's stupid. He don't know nothing. He just probably had a dream. He always having these vivid dreams. And the guy said, yeah. I remember he was like this. Yeah, it's more likely a dream. He just said, yeah, keep telling him that and say you need to get that boy some counseling. You need to get his shit under control. So when they told him that, I walk in the house, I see them, they just they direct me to the room. So mama was like, don't worry, I'll beat his ass. And they said, yeah, beat his ass. They say beat his ass, he shouldn't go around telling stories. So after they left, they came and beat my ass. I mean, my mama came in the room and she beat my ass. And I'm like, okay, mama, sorry I made up stories. Now again, all this shit happened to me, but I keep saying sorry. So my sister calls grandmama, and she called my grandmama. My only saving grace on this goddamn world, y'all. My only saving grace was my grandmama when I was young. The only woman in my life that never fucked me over or hurt me so. Grandma came through like the rescue. She was like, Pat, get your fucking hands off that boy. Don't sit the fuck up here and do him like that. And she came and she said, baby, what happened? So I told grandma everything what happened. And grandma threw my mama a look. She had that, how grandma give you that look like, bitch, you better listen to this boy. And my mama was like sitting up there like with a hand on her hip just disavowing me. And when grandma threw a look, grandma say, do you know what they doing to your other motherfucking children, Pat? And grandma kept on calling him. And she was like, mama, you know how that boy is. He just stupid. He's so fat. Because I had a weight problem, y'all. He's so fat, maybe he just ate too much. That's why he hallucinating. And grandma was like, see that, you janky bitch? I'm sick and tired. Come on, man. Come on, Papa, the light green. She say, see, that's what I'm talking about, you janky bitch. You don't listen to these kids. These kids are sitting up here telling you what's going on, and you just sitting up here in your own fucking world. She say, I believe you, baby. And she gave me a hug and a kiss on the cheek. Let me tell you something. When she gave me a hug and a kiss on the cheek, it's like reality distorted for me. It's like my brain couldn't understand that somebody was being nice to me. It's like, since I was like able to remember, I was always thinking like everybody hated me. I always had to apologize. I was so apologetic. If you did something to me, I did something wrong, I would apologize and just move on to that type of shit. And grandmama came and she kissed me on the cheek. And I remember the smell of Liz Claiborne perfume and Levi Garrett Red Man Golden Blend tobacco. I love that smell to this fucking day, y'all. And she kissed me and she said, baby, I believe you. When she said that to me, reality distorted, and it was like the whole house just started like vibrating in my mind like water shingles. And it's like when it did that, I gotta go to sleep. I just say I don't want to be here no more. I just want to go rest. I want to go rest. And so I said, grandmama, I want to go rest. As soon as I said, grandmama, I want to go rest, grandma disappeared, my mama disappeared. I was in a room by myself doing nothing. So now I'm thinking like, did I jump a day? Did I miss some time? Did this shit happen again? But grandma wasn't there. And it was just me by myself again. It was just me by myself again alone. It wasn't no white folks around me. It wasn't shit around me. So now it's still 1991, 1992 in that era. We're at war. So let me get back let me get back to the thing. That was like 2 days after they put me in the cafeteria kitchen area office and made me draw this man with the remote control walkie-talkie half naked guy and look at his wife Robin, who was in a cow raising field. I mean, in a horse raising field or a cow pasture field. So now I'm going back to school. It's a whole nother day. I went to sleep. I'm by myself. I wake up. I put on my clothes, and it's August because keep in mind August. My birthday is the later part of August, and it was August 12th when all this happened. It's about August 15th, August 16th, 1991. We're at war with Iraq in the Middle East. It was the war of Iraq and Middle East. So when I get back in there, I remember some telling me, wear your gray coat. They told me to put on a gray coat. And I said, okay. I had, it was August, and I had a gray coat with a fur top, corduroy.